Hi everyone, it's Nini. Welcome to my channel. I'm in Pelican Lake Recreation Area. This is near Watertown, South Dakota. I am car camping tonight. I have a very nice camping spot because, as you can see, I'm right on the lake. It's been a while since I filmed a long form video for this channel, but life has been kind of busy lately. That's one reason that this is just the second time that I am car camping. I thought I would have a lot more car camping adventures under my belt by now, but summer just got crazy. June and July, I pretty much just worked overtime. I had like 3 days off between June 10th and like July 26th, and that was just the 4th of July weekend. But I was really grateful for the opportunity to do some overtime, make some extra money. Walter's kind of a freeloader. He doesn't help out. But it did interfere with some of my summer plans. But honestly, I don't know if I would have done a lot of car camping anyway, because I don't know what I was thinking. I live in the Midwest. It gets humid AF here. And I don't know if it was just me, if I'm getting to be close to premenopausal or something, but this summer has just felt like the worst. And it's warm today. I don't know if you can tell by my flushed cheeks, but I think it's about 82 or so. But it's not super humid, so it's not too bad. And being right by the water and in the shade, it's really nice. There's a nice breeze here. I booked this campsite only about 2 hours before I left the house. This was a very spontaneous trip. I had another place picked out to go to for, like a someday in the future kind of a thing. It was a last minute decision to do it today. And I was gonna go to that place, but then when I looked at it again, it didn't look the safest for solo car camping. So I'm like, well, let me find some other place. And I really just wanted to be by the water, like a river or a lake. I found this place. As you can see, my campsite is right on the water. I freaking love it. Like, I could feel my blood pressure lower the second I stepped out of my car. And it's very empty. I don't know how many spots are here. I only see 3 other campsites filled, and they're all RVs. And I'm really hoping they're not sitting in there looking at me like, what is that weirdo doing filming herself? This year has just felt like it has been 7 years. When I think of January 2025, it feels like it was a lifetime ago. Like, this year has just been crazy. I had some health problems this summer too that I had to deal with. I found out 2 days before my 40th birthday that a health problem that I found out about last year was a little bit more serious than I had thought. The doctor called me literally 2 days before my 40th birthday, and it's not a good thing when the doctor calls and doesn't let you just read the results in a chart. So that was a lot to deal with. In mid-August, I had a procedure related to that, and I finally feel like my body's finally recovered from that procedure. So, and I don't mean to be vague. I might talk about it someday on here. I might not. I don't know. I think one of the good things that comes with the internet is the ability to connect to other people who are struggling with similar things. I'm a huge believer in that, and I usually am a pretty open book, but we'll see. Back to work. My job has just been... It's been a rough year there. I honestly don't know if I'm going to stay with this company, which breaks my heart because I love this company. It was a dream to work for them. I had wanted to since 2007. I've worked for them for the past 4.5 years, but I just don't know anymore. Just the way things are managed is, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. It's been a really tough decision because, like I said, I love this company and I love my coworkers. Like, I have found the best little tribe of people. Like, we make "that's what she said" jokes all day long. And like, they get me. They understand that I'm an emotional person, and I feel like they still love me anyway. So yeah, I don't know what to do there. I've been praying a lot about it. Like, give me some guidance, give me a sign on what I should do. I really don't have that much to record because I'm not even planning to do a hike or anything. I don't even know if there are hiking trails around here. I really didn't have time to research this place. Like I said, I booked it and then I got my car ready to go and took off. There is a dock down that way that I think I might walk over and check out. But my plan was, I'm like, I just want to be by the water. I brought a book with me. I want to hopefully start a better campfire than my last attempt. And just sit by the water and a campfire and read and just be in peace. So I think the sun shifted on me. I had to shift a little bit. The sun's coming down. I think I'm still in the sun, but whatever. I can't tell on this little screen if it even looks good. I suppose I could fill in some time with a life update. Earlier this year, Tex and I decided that we are just better friends. I won't go into details. He is one guy you will never, ever, ever hear me talk bad about on this channel because he still means a lot to me. Even though he's not perfect, I'm not perfect. I mean, who is? Stop biting. He's still in my life. We still hang out. We still talk. I have attempted to get back in the dating game, but I just have not been able to get my head in it this year. I don't know why. I've been off and on dating sites, but I'm horrible at them because I will swipe and start conversations with people and then I won't open the app for a week or two. So I just can't get my head in the game and I don't know why. I'm not trying to say like I'm some prime catch or anything, but my gosh, the options out there have gone downhill since the last time I was on a dating site. Like if I come across one more profile of a guy with a picture where he's so obviously taking a shit, like seriously, if I had $1 for every single one of those I've come across, like that would pay for my campsite tonight. Then there's guys like they're smoking in their profile pics, they're flipping off the camera. They have their kids' faces on there. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, protect your children. And then we have these profiles. Pound Town 6924, Beaver Eater, this guy in a Speedo who's passed out on a pool table. This married guy who thought a picture of him shoving food in his face would be the best profile photo. This guy who's just looking for a good time and wants you to hit him up if you want some Duke Creek fun. This guy bragging about, well, you can see what he's bragging about. This very romantic fella who's looking for his best friend to live life with, but he doesn't want no stupid hoes. And William, who just got out of the joint and he's looking for some real bitches. I tried Facebook dating for a little bit earlier this year. I think I was only on there maybe a month or so. That was such a crap show. Oh my gosh. There was only one good person on there. We've met, but we never went out on like an official date, but we have become really good friends. He's 17 years older than me. So that kind of scared me at first. The last time I dated somebody with that much of an age gap, it was a horrible situation and I just can't go through that again. I know you can't blame future guys on past guys' mistakes, but I don't know, it's just I'm a little scarred, I guess. Like I said, he has become a really good friend. I don't know, he's just become somebody that I do trust and, you know, I think he's got a good heart. He is, however, a Democrat. But I'm a big believer, differences in politics should not come between friends and family. I've never thought, though, how that would go in a dating situation. Like, can you date somebody who's on the opposite side as you are? Anywho, there are some cicadas around here. I don't know if the microphone's picking up any of them. It's a very peaceful place. It'd be even more peaceful if they would shut the f*** up. I'm sure you can tell I have put all the weight back on that I lost last year, which I'm very disappointed in myself. Overtime was partially to blame for that because I have a desk job. We just sat around for 2 months and ate. And I talked to another coworker. She said she put on 15 pounds and I think I've put on 25 pounds this year. Almost everything that I lost last year. So I know I'm making excuses, but I blame overtime. You know, I had the health issues and work has been very stressful. And so I have definitely been turning to food for comfort. But I mean, there's a whole lot worse things I could be putting in my mouth. So I just heard that. I mean, I could be turning to alcohol, weeds, pills, whatever, you know, you name it. As long as I'm not doing that, like, it's okay. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say that yeah, putting weight back on is healthy, but I would much rather be a fat, sober Ann than a skinny Ann who's in active addiction. Like, that's definitely, food has always been at the bottom of the totem pole of vices for me. But I would like to get back on track because I just don't feel good. Like, hiking, I get out of breath more easily. So I do want to, you know, try to get back on track there. I think that's all I have to sit and chat about, unless I'm forgetting something, which I could be. Like I said, I am 40 now. I don't know if I'll start a campfire just yet, but I am gonna plop my butt down in my chair, pull out a book, and just enjoy being by the water. I guess that dock is just for whoever's renting that cabin there, so never mind. Look at this. Actual bathrooms, not just vault toilets. I tried to park as level as I could so it'll be more comfortable sleeping, but I think there's still a little bit of an angle.
The angle of the dangle.
And I rolled down the windows and put in the thingamaboppers just to try to keep it cool and get a breeze in there. All right, let's see if I can start a campfire. I did buy some, I don't know what this is called. It's like fire starter or something. We'll see if that'll help. And I think I'm near enough trees I could probably pick up some small branches to try to get some like kindling. Let's see. fire. This is Pelican Lake. Growing up, we had a cabin on Lake Chetek in Minnesota, and Chetek is a native word for pelican. There were pelicans all over that lake. So I like that because it kind of reminds me of our cabin growing up. But also, I was hoping to actually see pelicans. You know, you would think if they named a lake Pelican Lake, it would be because there are pelicans, but I don't see any yet. I'm just gonna sit and look at my campfire. I am proud of that. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe the wood that was at Palisades was just bad wood, because that thing started right up. Though I did have that little tiny hay bale looking fire starter stuff, so I don't know if that helped, but that was easy peasy. So maybe it wasn't my fault. It is supper time, but I'm not super hungry. I didn't eat dinner until like 2. I did bring food with me, but I'm not really hungry right now. But I'm just gonna sit and read and enjoy the water and my lovely campfire. I turn around and it's all smoke.
A few moments later.
Before I lose too much light, I do want to show you the cool view that I'm sleeping next to and what I'm going to wake up to. Isn't that pretty? Lovely. Okay, back to my campfire before it dies on me again. There is this little dock next to me that I'm gonna check out. It doesn't look as big or as nice as the one that the cabin has down there, but it's good enough for this peon. Here's my campsite. If that doesn't lower your blood pressure, I don't know what would. That's the dock I'm not allowed on. Pelican. Apparently this is not a pelican. I posted it on Snapchat and was like, ooh, look at the pelican. And somebody responded and was like, no, that's not a pelican. Apparently the legs are too long, but whatever. It made me happy in this moment to at least think it was a pelican. So, story time. When I got here, I had put in my GPS just Pelican Lake. I didn't put Pelican Lake Reservation Area. No, that's not what this is called. Pelican Lake Recreation Area. I'm getting close to the spot where the GPS says is my final destination. And I'm driving through all these nice homes. Obviously, they're on a lake, so they're really nice. I'm like, wow, they put a campground in this area? This is nice.
Ooh, this is nice.
And then I realized I had just put in Pelican Lake, so it took me to some random home, which is on the other side of the lake, which is obviously, you know, where all the high-class people live. I had to come all the way around then to this side of the lake to get to the campground. God, wouldn't it be lovely to live on a lake? I would love that. Ugh. The mosquitoes are getting a little bad, so I did whip out some bug spray and sprayed my legs. I was really hesitant to do that because I'm not going to shower, and so I don't want to go to bed and be all sticky, but I also don't want to be up all night itching, so lesser of two evils, I guess. I love cicadas. I love them so much. I am tucked in for the night. I did get some bugs in here. I'm hoping it's just from when I opened the doors and not that they're finding a way to sneak in through those shade things that I put on. I killed a bunch of them. I'm gonna have to clean the roof of my car because there's some bug guts up there. I hope I at least got the mosquitoes so I'm not getting bit all night long. I have my CPAP with me. I have sleep apnea. So this will be my first time testing out my CPAP while car camping. I bought a power bank that... I do hear a mosquito. I bought a Blue Yeti power bank. I bought it during Amazon Prime Day sales, so I only paid $700 for it. I think it's supposed to be at least twice that much, maybe $2,000, maybe not. But I know I saved money. Girl math, you know. I did test it at home and it only used 25% of the battery to run my CPAP all night, so that's not bad at all. I forgot the tape for my back window shade, but luckily I was able to get it to stay up there. I think as long as I don't make any sudden movement, it will stay up through the night.
That's what she said.
If it falls off, I highly doubt anybody's going to be walking by here and peeking in. And if they do, they're going to see me with my CPAP over my face looking like Darth Vader, so it's not going to be anything attractive. Anywho, I'm going to say goodnight. I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning here. I laid in my bed with the back door open for about 2 hours just looking at the lake, but shot myself in the foot with that because I killed my battery. So now I'm waiting for AAA. I knocked on the campground host RV, but I think they are still sleeping. I woke up about 4 a.m., heard some coyotes, and then I forgot to turn off my work alarm, so that went off at 5:15. This was very lovely and peaceful. It is getting kind of warm with the sun coming out, so as soon as AAA gives me a boost, I'm going to head out and about. I sat at the lake and enjoyed the beautiful views and read a book and tried to be on the positive side and think about how lucky I was to be stranded in a beautiful place and not just on a random road somewhere. But then my quick jump from AAA and I'll be on the road turned into this. Turns out when you try to jump a battery that's over 5 years old, it doesn't work so well. My battery was like, nope, I got nothing left in me. So I had to wait around for over an hour for a tow truck to come. He towed me into Watertown Ford. He was a very chatty guy, and on the way in told me about how he was in an open marriage and now he has a mentally unstable native baby mama. Watertown Ford was super friendly. They were quick. While I waited, I chatted with a retired truck driver and I was talking about how I car camp, and we bonded over the fact that I pee in a coffee tin and he used to carry a cup with him back when he was on the road. About 5 hours after I had planned to hit the road and $300 later, I was on my way back home. And I'll be honest, when I was waiting for a tow truck, my mood did drop. I was pretty negative and thinking about how my vacations and trips always seem to have something go wrong. Why did this have to happen? Blah, blah, blah. And not to get preachy, but I thought back to church a couple days earlier and his sermon, and it was about how sitting around worrying about something is not going to change whatever you are worrying about, and that we need to give that to God. So when I was sitting at the picnic table and feeling kind of negative, I thought of that and I thought, Anne, put it in God's hands. And immediately I felt calmer and had a better outlook on the situation. But anywho, thank you so much for camping along with me and watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.